What happened here? What is, oh dear, the lid. Oh my. Clean up, clean up. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I hope y'all are doing well. I've missed you. I have some good things to chat with y'all about. I have really revisited some old favorites. I have some new things, well, like a new thing. I've been liking lower lash line liner kind of on the outer corner, and then a little bit of mascara, and that's kind of different. I don't always like, well, some days I use lower lash line mascara, but kind of rarely do I do liner or like powder or whatever, like shadow on my lower lash line, but I've been liking that. So I've got that to share with you. And yeah, just some good things to chat about. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, reviews, empties, get ready with me. It's just all kinds of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about Friday favorites. So let's get to it, y'all. I have been loving my MAC shadows, and I also have a MAC blush for a favorite this week. Look at this dirty old palette of mine. I don't even think they make these palettes anymore that look like this. I don't even know what that is on there. It's like, what is that? Oh, it's probably nail polish. I'm like, what is it? It's probably clear nail polish. Anyway, tangent. I don't even think they make this palette anymore. I think they do like the see-through ones, which I have a couple of those too, but this is my really old one. And I like the strong magnet in this one. The other ones are strong too, but this one seems like extra strong. Here's my old palette, but I do have some newer shadows in here too. I took out the little, like, I don't have one of those little inner things, like the dividers. I just stick it all in there, and I have a random blush in here. Yeah, but I have a few standout favorites. I love MAC. I mean, I think they make great quality products, artistry kind of products. But also there's a lot of nostalgia with MAC for me. I just have so many memories with MAC. I just think they make such great products. And anyway, I've been like playing with some of my old and also newer kind of products. So this right here, oh my goodness, I love this. This is Malt. This is like my favorite kind of a transition shade for me personally. And looking at this, it looks like it would be so light, but this actually works perfectly. Like that looks like, that's not that exciting. Like, is that really all that great? But it is great. And I feel like once I get it on my hand, I'm like, wow, that just works perfectly. I would describe this as like a cool toned, kind of a pinky gray, which y'all know I don't like grays. I just really feel like they're not a flattering color on me, on my eyes. But this is more on the pinky side. It's really more of a pink, like just a very cool toned pink. So I guess it's not very gray. It's more just like cool toned pink, but it's so good. So I have that on right now as my transition shade, but this is also kind of like a one and done shade. Like I can just put this all over my lid and up into my crease. I could use it with a like sparkly shadow, like one of the Urban Decay Moon Dust shadows. I've done that. It works great. But also it's a great kind of first step. So I've been loving that. And then also Soft Brown. This is an old favorite of mine. I love this shadow. So if you like a more warm toned shadow, this one is great. It's so, so pretty. And it looks pretty intense there on me, but if I just use a little bit of this and really diffuse it, it just adds a little bit of warmth to Malt, and I think they work so well together. Such a beautiful combo. MAC shadows have this great formula where they're just kind of right in the middle. They're not super soft where they just go everywhere, and they're not crazy pigmented where you just have to do a ton of blending and be very light-handed with them. They're kind of right in the middle, that if you use, which I think is such an artistry kind of decision on their part as far as the formula goes, that you can apply just a little bit and get a nice like soft look, or you can build them up and get some really good intense pigmentation. So it's right in between where you have options, which is, you know, really like ideal with a makeup kind of a formula. So love that. Then also these two pinky shades. These are so pretty. This one is Libra. This one I have kind of more on the middle to outer part of my lid. This is like a gorgeous Let me just get them both swatched. So Libra, and then this other one is Girlie. So cute. So I have Libra more on the outer kind of half of my lid, and then I have Libra more on the inner half of my lid. Did I use? Yeah, I used setting spray with, not Libra. Libra on the outer part, and then I have Girlie on the inner part with some setting spray. So there is Libra, and look at the beautiful glow that that has. It almost has a little bit of like a duochrome rose gold shift to it, which is so pretty. And then there's Girlie, just kind of like a soft satin. It has a slight sheen to it, pinky shade. But it's not overly like bubblegum or light. It's just kind of, you know, right in between. Like, yeah, it's just not super dark, but not super light either. So, so pretty. Blendable, good formula. They last well. I always use an eyeshadow primer, so I always do that with my shadows, but I feel like they have good wear time on them. They're just good. They're just good shadows. For cheeks, I randomly have been using a little bit of a bronzer kind of product. Like, I don't use bronzer all that often anymore. Like, I really use more just blush. Like, I like kind of a pop of color on the cheeks, and I don't know, just not as much bronzer. But I've been liking this. This is really kind of like in between. It's the Physicians Formula Healthy Glow Muru Muru Butter Bronzer and Blush. So that's why I really love this product, is that it's not just a bronzer. It's like this glowy cheek product. Like glowy, I don't know, kissed by the sun product. And I feel like in a swatch, it's like, what? This is not, I don't get it. But on, it's so good. Like, it has just a little bit of a bronzer-ish look on me, personally, with this shade, with like, you know, what it ends up being all mixed together. But then also it's got that kind of peachy glow that has that sun-kissed kind of property, which is so beautiful. So I just use the tiniest little bit of this, kind of lower on my cheeks and a little bit up on my forehead, but very, very lightly. I've used this as a shadow. It's beautiful as a shadow. It can be like that one and done kind of a step, that you use it on your eyes and then just sort of like buff it on your face too. And it works great. I love it. It's a little bulky in the packaging. That's really the only negative. It's kind of bulky in the packaging, but the product itself is great. You can see it's kind of a collection of like everything's a little bit glowy in it. Even this is kind of more satiny, but that's kind of the most matte-ish sort of part, and even that's more satin. The rest of them are more on the satiny, glowy side. So it ends up giving you this beautiful kissed by the sun glow on your face. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So this is what I've been using on my lower lash line, with just a little bit of mascara also. This is the Revlon Color Stay Multiplayer Liquid Gel Eye Pencil, and this is in Under the Radar. I love this because it is more of like a subtle taupey sort of color. So on my lower lash line, it gives just a little bit of a smoky look, but it's not super intense. So I get just a little bit of this, and I'll either like, well, today I don't think I did this, but you know, use the little, this is not that great at all, but it gets the job done. So honestly, I mean, this little brush, you know, whatever, it's like a little flat sort of brush, and just kind of like smudge it a tiny bit. And I use very little product, just kind of on the outer third of my lower lash line. It's like a silvery taupey color. It's so pretty. Okay, cheeks, and this is also a lip favorite. I'm a broken record with this. I'm sorry, but I just keep grabbing for it, and I'm always going to tell you what I'm loving, regardless of if I've already mentioned it or not. This is still a favorite. The e.l.f. Sheer For It Blush Tint, and this is in Pink Positive. Pinky Positive? Pink Positive, I think. And it's the most beautiful. Let me get a little tissue to swatch it for you because it will stain my hand. It's the most beautiful, bright, kind of warm pink, which is surprising. Well, it doesn't look as warm in the swatch. It's just a bright, cute pink. So I have this on my cheeks. I've been using this on my lips as just a little bit of a stain, but I do have something that I've been loving over it, and also on my cheeks something over it. But you can see it there, just a beautiful, bright pop of color. Beautiful, bright pink. So still loving that. I think it's perfect for the warm weather. It lasts well. It's got this great stain to it. I mean, it's just like such a good formula. And I love a stain, especially when it's hot weather. Like, a stain is just so nice, and that's a good one. It's so good on the lips too. I don't find it overly drying. I don't know, something about that formula is just so good. So I've still been using that. A MAC blush, this is Pink Swoon. Talk about a blast from the past. Pink Swoon. Oh my goodness. How can I swatch this for you? Because here's the deal with this. These blushes from MAC, I find them to be very much like the CoverGirl Cheekers blushes in that they are amazing on the cheeks, but when you swatch them or when you try to swatch them, they can get hard pan so easily. So I don't want to mess up my blush, but I want to be able to show you the color. So let me get like a kind of more dense eyeshadow brush. Let's try this. So, oh, you can really see it on the end of the brush. That's a good way of like knowing what the color looks like. It's this beautiful, sweet pink. Oh, this works. Yeah, this will work. There you go. To give you an idea of what it looks like, it's just a beautiful like mid-tone bright pink. It's great. And this formula, again, like their shadows, if you apply this really lightly, it is just a like sheer wash of color. But you can really build this up and get a good amount of like pigmentation and pop of color on your cheeks. So it's just so versatile. I love that. I would say it is matte. Maybe you could say satin, but I would say overall matte. It really like ends up being this color right here. And honestly, looking in my mirror here with these bright lights, I'm seeing that it is getting hard pan again. So I just need to kind of clean it off with, I either will use like a spoolie, or you can get tape. You can get some like Scotch tape or whatever and kind of press it on there and it'll pull that off. So that's a little tip. So it's just a beautiful bright pink blush. I love it so much. It's a classic and it wears really well too. It's a great formula. Okay, and then last up for lips, because my battery is beeping at me again. No shock. This is one of the Revlon. Oh, mine is all dirty. What happened here? What is, oh dear, the lid. What is happening? Oh my, we need to clean up, clean up. I love these. They are a beautiful, bright, well, not bright, depending on the color. Beautiful, glossy, shiny lip product. This one is in Glossed Up Rose. So I have this over the top of Pink Promise. And this one is a beautiful, like, warm-toned, corally rose, I would say. It's definitely a rose, but it's more on the like warm side. And it's just, oh, it's so pretty for warm weather. This just looks like that effortless, glossy, I just threw on some gloss kind of a lip look, you know? It has an effortless sort of a look, especially if you apply it just very kind of sheer, like you can get a little sheer amount on, or you can build it up. They're comfortable, they smell good, they're affordable. I love them. Okay, so those are all my favorites. Let me clean off my swatches while I tell you guys goodbye. Those are all my favorites for this week. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving, or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.